After taking over Nokia, the Windows Phone maker Microsoft hasn't changed much, and that is on a positive side because users rarely felt the Nokia phones to be bad on build quality, but whatever the good experience they expect is not what Windows Phone has been able to deliver. The latest launches from the WP maker are the Lumia 640 and the Lumia 640 XL. I've been using the larger variant for quite some time, and these are many reasons to hate it more than like it for a regular user as a primary smartphone. Unless of course if you are someone who already is on a Windows Phone platform and see no reason to move to Android. The slight curve on the back towards the edges makes it easy to hold although the hefty size. The design hasn't changed in a way when compared to the other recent Nokia and Microsoft devices, but on the brighter side the Lumia 640 XL has a classy branding on the back alongside the mention about Z's, that's for the camera. And on the back of the device the speaker grill is seen, and there is a little I found wrongly done with the Lumia 640 XL build. The white unit is non-glossy on the back, thus far from fingerprints and smudges. Sensors are located just beside the earpiece and the front-facing camera above the display. Reaching the corners of the screen with one hand is not possible given the size, and the Windows Phone OS doesn't help much with little done for the one-handed usage. You can pull out the back cover and battery to get the access to SIM card slots and the microSD card slot. There are no capacitive navigation buttons below the screen, and they are part of the display now. The 5.7-inch screen hasn't done good on the resolution with a pixel density of just 259 ppi, and the bezels are wide, thus it is harder to use the large display with the same hand we are holding it with. Pixels are noticeable as this isn't a sharp display, but the content output is still good. Clear black display helps in all the times, night or the brightly daylit. Viewing videos with the vibrant colors is nowhere shows oversaturation. The touch response is neat, and unlike the Lumia 535, there are no unnecessary touches or the lack of timely touch response. Viewing angles are again good, but the screen is pretty much reflective and makes it hard to read content under bright sunlight. It has nothing to do with the brightness again, which is still good to keep the content brightly lit, but reflectiveness is a point of concern. The Windows Phone 8.1 OS with the Denim update is still a lot behind Android and iOS. I say this repeatedly, especially with the way applications are designed. The interface is going to see some overhaul later this year when Windows 10 is released, but till then there are several things that make the Windows Phone OS not good for a heavy smartphone user. Lumia 640 and the 640 XL are the first ones to have the update 2 on the WP 8.1, and that is why we see the settings arranged under different categories. And another cool feature is letting the user pin a particular setting on the home screen. Having settings under the different subheadings is seriously a great change, but it still isn't the best. The big list of pre-installed applications is seen, and some with the Lumia branding: the camera, selfie, storyteller, Beamer, Cinemagraph, Creative Studio and Moments. At a point of time, it is about how less number of apps are available for the Windows Phone platform, and it was wise to choose an Android device then. Now the number has got much better and you see a huge app store. Blame is more on the app developers in the end for not coming up with a serious and good interface, while the same app on the Android or iOS gives a smoother and better response. But in the end the user doesn't look at the developer but at the phone. Known for the low resource usage, the Windows Phone OS was always good at performance. No exception on the Lumia 640 XL. The Windows Phone 8.1 is well responsive and does well to keep up the multitasking, and it doesn't lag or stutter on regular usage. Interestingly, although we are able to download a few high-end games, they don't open at all. One of them is the Asphalt 8, which tried to stutter a lot. That limits us to play basic games, which obviously did well. Animations seem to be on the lower side, and even when the back button is pressed, we notice the tiles to move away with a little drag, though that could be more to do with the way animations are handled in the Windows Phone, because the apps running in the background never slowed down or took too much time. It is worth noticing that Windows Phone interface uses up battery more than the phone app was running in the background. 100% running stat showed the battery to drain by about double than normal. Although the battery was pretty good and lasted for over a day on regular basis. The cameras on the Lumia smartphones are one of the best in getting the attention of the users, and the latest one we tried to hang around was the 640 XL's 13 megapixel shooter. It doesn't just have a decent rear camera sensor but comes with a good 5 megapixel front facing ones for the selfies and video calls. The camera app is simple with two major options being rich capture or the manual mode. Rich capture handles everything by itself and automatically selects the best settings. based on the conditions, while in the manual mode the user can change the ISO, white balance, temperature and the exposure value. This is brilliant for a 13 megapixel sensor. The software does a great job in post-processing the image, and a totally dark image is brightened up enough to be clearly seen with the 3200 ISO and the low shutter time. The Lumia Selfie as well helps the user do quite a lot after taking the picture, and the quality as well is much better than many other 5 megapixel selfie cameras. Having said how much we like the cameras and battery on the Lumia 640 XL, it still won't be something worth recommending, because first reason being the Windows Phone OS still far from good when compared to the competition. Second is its display looking pixelated easily thanks to the low pixel density. While last but most important, there are no shortcuts to connectivity. I have to go directly into the settings and jump into the particular setting for toggling anything. For someone looking at decent smartphone at a price range of Rs 15,000, this won't be the first one I would recommend because of the software. Microsoft isn't even sure about sending a Windows 10 update to this because of the rendering and size issues as we did on the official website, but still that is expected. So this was all about the Lumia 640 XL smartphone and the review of it. Do like this video and share it, and do subscribe to Phone Radar for more videos. Thank you.